You said you travel a lot, so I thought of West Nile virus. Ran a mosquito panel. Good news is you don't have West Nile. Here's the thing. You did test inconclusive for Zika.
Really? Zika? How?
I'm wondering that myself. I mean, there hasn't been a case of Zika reported north of the Mason-Dixon line. Have you visited anywhere else recently? Maybe somewhere tropical? There have been a few cases reported in South Florida.
No, I haven't been to Florida.
Okay, well, regardless, the first thing we have to do is test Shannon.
Shannon? Why?
Well, since Zika can be sexually transmitted, Shannon could contract it, leaving the fetus at risk of developing microcephaly, a devastating birth defect where the baby's brain doesn't form properly.
But we haven't had sex in a week. I've been out of town.
And you couldn't have gotten Zika in Buffalo, so you must have picked it up before that. It's important we test her.
I don't want to scare her needlessly. Besides, I'm feeling much better. Probably just had a touch of the flu.
Mr. Kim.
I really need to get back to Shannon.
I'm sorry, am I missing something here?
Okay. I wasn't in Buffalo. I was in Aruba with a lady friend.
Look, I'm not concerned with your personal life. I only care about my patient, and in this situation, we have to consider your wife.
No, she does not find out about this. I'm not risking my marriage over an inconclusive test.
I don't think you understand. Your baby's at risk. Shannon needs to know.
Dr. Halstead, they teach you about doctor-patient confidentiality in med school? Because they definitely covered it in law school. I'm your patient too now, and I'm telling you to keep your mouth shut.
Thank you for everything, Dr. Manning. You just brought me these. Aren't they pretty?
Before you go, there's just one more thing.
What?
Since you're approaching your delivery date, I think it's really important that you be cautious with physical activity. Try not to lift anything heavy, limit your stress, and avoid sexual contact.
Why? None of the books say anything about avoiding sex.
We're done here.
I'm sorry. I think there's something you should know.
Mr. Kim, this is Dr. Ellen Hart, Epidemic Intelligence Service Officer for the CDC.
May I speak to you in private, Mr. Kim?
No, you can't. My wife and I are on our way out.
I'm sorry, but federal law requires that I speak to you about your test.
What's going on?
Dr. Hart will fill you in.
Why don't we step in here, please?
What is it?
What's going on? Is he getting hard?
I assume this means you found out what was wrong with Laura. She had amide biases. We just found a different way to get rid of it. Thank you.
That was kind of you.
I didn't want him going postal on us. As soon as his wife's heart's in our hands, we can tell him about the gonorrhea. He's got to be tested, preferably before he gets any sympathy sex.
Mr. Newberger, there's something I need to tell you.
For the last year or so, Laura was kind of distant with me. I don't know why. I thought maybe she was having an affair, but not Laura. I'm not excusing myself, but when I was traveling during Christmas, I had a one-night stand. I got gonorrhea.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I should have said something to you. But I didn't want to believe that I gave it to her. That's what made her sick, and that was why she got into the accident.
Hey,
I shouldn't have left. It was the wrong thing to do. Things just got so messed up. Is he okay?
He's in surgery. We were able to reverse the effects of the blood thinners and stabilize him for both operations.
So he's going to make it.
It's too soon to tell, but the surgeons felt that the risk was acceptable given the alternative.
Okay, when he wakes up and when he's ready, I'm going to tell him that he deserves to be with someone who loves him back.
Code blue, OR2. Code blue, OR2.
Wait over here. We did everything we could. But in spite of our best effort, Will didn't survive his surgery.
Will's dead?
He fought really hard, Lucy. But in the end, both injuries were they were too much for him to handle.
You said he was going to be okay. Now, how am I supposed to live with things ending this way? I trusted you. And you didn't save him.
Before I ask any of you to sacrifice 3 months of your life for me, I have a confession. I had an affair. I cheated on Denise. I wouldn't blame anyone if you decide maybe...
I forgive him. That should be enough for all of us. Thank you so much for coming here
There's
today.
more. Larry, that new transmission I put in your truck, you didn't need it. Joe, same thing with the engine rebuild. In fact, I cheated most of you here tonight. Half the time you bring your cars into my garage, there's nothing wrong with them. I've been ripping you all out for years. I also took $10,000 from the Harvest Scholarship Fund, and I lost it gambling. I'm sorry. I'm not the man you thought I was.
It's about my bowel movements.
What is it these days? You sure you want to be here for this?
We do everything together.
Of course. Toilet can be a lonely place. Drop your pants, I'll suit up.
They float.
Huh?
My bowel movements. Honey says they're not supposed to.
I'm a nutritionist.
Yes, I could tell from the cool toe loop sandals.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the natural fiber clothing, I assume, means some kind of vegetarian denomination?
We're vegans. At first, I was a little concerned about the lack of protein, but Honey showed me you can get it from lots.
Well, whatever floats your poop. And you've been together how long? 6 months?
How'd you know?
Because after 6 months, poop love fades. If you've been together shorter than that, then I'll explain right after this break. You're cheating on Honey.
What? No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
It's okay. I get it.
Well, I was gonna say relax, but oddly enough, you seem pretty relaxed already.
You're accomplished. You're funny. You can have whatever you want. Women are gonna...
He's not cheating with another woman. He's cheating with another food group.
What?
His floaters float because they're full of fat. Probably had a big cheeseburger for lunch.
You're eating flesh?
It's just a hamburger. Not all the time.
You're disgusting.
Soy cakes taste like cardboard. Unsalted cardboard.
I'm accomplished. I'm funny. Can I have whatever I want?